Good morning, Year 3. I had hoped this morning to make a video showing you where I buried my time capsule, but unfortunately the weather is so wet I don't think I'm going to want to put it in the ground today. But that reminded me of the fact that perhaps my time capsule might need some extra sealant around it, so I'm probably going to go back with the glue later on and give it a proper good seal to make sure all this water will keep out for many years to come. So anyway, instead I'm going to just talk through my record of what I did, and I'm going to talk a little bit about adverbs today. So adverbs are a describing word, but they describe the verb. And as we know, a verb is a doing word, something that we do or that we are. So it's a doing or being word. In this case, most of the time it will be a doing word. So to help you out, I have put the adverbs in blue and the verbs that are being described, not all the verbs, just the ones that are being described, in green. So if we go a bit further up, you can see there's a whole list of different adverbs. Of course, there are more than this, but these are here to help you if you get stuck. Okay, so we can talk about how something happens, where something happens, when something happens, how much it happens, or how often. Okay, these are hows. Right. So I started with a when. I started with yesterday. I've actually put this as a fronted adverbial. An adverbial comes from adverb. Adverbials are not just adverbs, but in this case, obviously, it is. So I said when it happened yesterday. I remembered a comma to separate my fronted adverbial from the rest. I started with a plastic Tupperware box as my time capsule. So started is the verb that I'm describing. So I'm saying when I started it. I could, of course, do this the other way around. I could say I started with a plastic Tupperware box as my time capsule yesterday. And I could put yesterday at the end of my sentence. And that's the thing with adverbs, is that you can put them pretty much anywhere in a sentence. Of course, we encourage you to put them at the start, is because that's something that we wouldn't normally do naturally, but they can equally just go at the end. So let's move on. I carefully labelled my capsule with the date it should be opened. So here I've said how I've labelled my time capsule. So labelled in the past tense is my verb, and I've said how I'm going to label it. Likewise, the verb here is scratch. A similar verb is etch, something you might not have come across before. Etching is when you, it's like scratching, but you're doing it more deliberately to make a pattern or to make some words. Okay, but I'm doing it, how I'm doing it is delicately. Okay. Again, my verb is seal. I did it in the past, so it's seal with ed, and I completely sealed it. Okay. Carefully, now here again we've got a fronted adverbial. I placed all my items in the capsule. I systematically labelled, so this is how I labelled. Systematically means that you have a system and you're very careful to make sure that you do every one. So you probably line them up one by one and label them all. So you're labelling them systematically. I sealed my capsule thoroughly, and stealthily I placed my time capsule in its hiding place to leave 50 years. Right, so let's have a go at writing our own sentence with an adverb. Okay, so I could say I gathered all my items together for my time capsule. Okay, so I haven't put an adverb in yet, and we're just going to have a think about where I might put one. So the first thing to think about is, what is the verb in this sentence? What's the doing? What are we doing in this sentence? Can you have a think? Okay, well done to those of you who spotted. It is gathered. So gathered here is my verb, and I'm going to put that in green. Now I need to think about how I gathered it, and that will be my adverb. So how did I gather all my things? Well, I think I gathered them hastily or quickly. I'm going to go for hastily because it's kind of a better word. I hastily gathered all my items together for my time capsule. Now, actually, hastily here could go at any part of my sentence. Allow me to demonstrate. I'm going to take it out from there. I'm going to put it at the front of my sentence. So I remember to put a capital letter and to separate with a comma. Hastily, I gathered all my items together for my time capsule. Works just fine. I could take this out. I gathered all my items together for my time capsule hastily. And that still works as well. So have a play and see where you could put your adverbs in your sentence. The great thing about them is they will pretty much fit anywhere in your sentence. Have a go and see how it sounds. Right, good luck with this writing exercise, and hopefully tomorrow I can show you how and where I buried my time capsule.